Hello and welcome to Heardit, a podcast all about Reddit. In this episode, we're looking over relationship advice. So it's a subreddit. We're not just looking over advice from different people. r/relationship advice.
Yeah, we're not qualified to be giving any relationship advice, really.
Yeah, or sort of any advice.
Yeah, that's
relationship, work advice, I don't know.
Yeah.
Should probably say right off the bat as well, before we get into the issues. This is a complete already a tangent.
Okay, go on then.
I've been watching a lot of Parliament's debates and stuff because of the whole issue at the moment with Brexit and Boris Johnson, etc.
I've not heard about that.
It's like a soap opera. Yeah, what's Brexit? And oh god, lots of posh people say issue.
Issue.
Yeah, instead of issue.
Does that annoy you?
That's not the issue. Yeah, it really fucking annoys me because it's like, it's not just a posh person thing. It's like the upper echelons of posh.
Yeah, it's issue. Like they're deliberately.
Yeah, I've got an issue.
bless you.
Yeah, we should probably kick it off by saying, I guess, not a sorry, because I'm not really sorry. I don't ultimately don't really give a shit. But it's been a while since we put up our last podcast.
Yeah,
it's just been madness. I've been on holiday.
Yeah, Will's looking really healthy right now.
Got just a lovely bronze skin.
Yeah, like blonde tips to his hair.
yeah, and I've got a fedora on, and it's sort of on a tilt. Yeah,
a shell necklace.
Sunglasses on. Yeah. So I'm feeling pretty chilled, as you can imagine.
And I've sort of had some really tragic and horrible things happen to me over the past 3 weeks, almost every day.
Yeah, so relentlessly. And
I'm in a different place right now.
Yeah, so I've been on holiday, and have I been replying to his calls? No, I haven't, because I don't need to be playing for those minutes, baby.
Yeah, and
he'll get over it. Okay. So yeah, no, sorry, but I don't think. I mean, we'll try our best to stick to a schedule, and we'll always keep pumping out episodes fairly regularly. But listen, life gets in the way, mate. There might be the odd week where something doesn't appear, but if you follow us on our newsletter, or if you come along to our subreddit, which we'll talk about in a second, then you'll see those sorts of updates, and we can keep you updated that way. Speaking of the subreddit, Sam, we've had some issues.
We have indeed had some issues.
Do you want to go into it?
Yeah, well, it turns out we're not that original at all. We kind of, about 3 weeks ago, I thought that Will and I were two of the most intelligent people.
Big time.
In the world, I'll just say. And it turns out that somebody had already come up with it.
You would think you're being slightly more humble.
Yeah, slightly more humble. But I thought,
in the UK, fuck it. Europe, the world, baby.
In the world, to have ever existed.
Yeah.
But what had actually happened was somebody else has created the subreddit Heardit podcast. And believe it or not, the podcast that they created was about Reddit. It was a podcast called Heardit, all about Reddit. But luckily it was shit. It only lasted 3 episodes. Wow, come on.
Yeah.
It only lasted 3 episodes.
I think it was for a school project.
It was for a school project.
So that kind of lets you know the level. So it's just sort of slightly above ours.
Yeah.
If ours is sort of like, if you could imagine like sort of a load of homeless blokes trying to make a podcast.
Yeah.
And then theirs is school level. But Sam, sorry, you were saying something.
So yeah, anyway, so I just want to see a chart of this podcast hierarchy,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I messaged the guy who created the subreddit, and I was like, listen, man, I'm sorry about your podcast. Hasn't worked out for you, all the best. But we've got a really successful podcast called Heardit. And it's a podcast all about Reddit, and we really want this subreddit name. So I messaged him a couple of days ago. We're hopefully going to hear back from him and grab that subreddit. If not, then we'll come up with something else. But the long and short of it is, we need a subreddit because we want to chat to you guys. Yeah. We want to hear your feedback.
Totally. I think that's one thing that I've noticed about myself quite deep.
Okay.
No, since we've started this, we've had some listeners. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
But roughly sort of 500 or so people have listened already, which we're really chuffed with that. We didn't think we'd get that much interest. So now, and we can see that we've got a few people subscribing and all that, and it's like, we just want some feedback, please.
Yeah, I just want to check that they're real people.
Yeah, basically, I want to know that they're
not like
just
Russian bots. Or
yeah, damn those Russian bots. If you are a Russian bot and you're listening, you can stay, frankly, as long as the stats look good. Ultimately, I don't give a shit. Genuinely, though, it would be great to chat to anyone, and it will be max of about one person, if any. But yeah, what we're going to do, because we can't get that subreddit yet, we're going to put some info on our website when we get the subreddit. So you'll be able to go to our homepage, which is hearditpodcast.co.uk. When we have the subreddit, I'll put up a little button or something, or a little thing. I need to put...
Excuse
me. I'll put up something there.
Issue.
Bless you. Yeah, I'll put something there. So if you're looking, if it's like, we're recording this towards the end of 2019, so say it's like 2025, we're mega stars, all right? We've moved on from the podcast. We've actually fallen out. Yeah. Broken up, and we're both now hosts.
And I've set up Sleepy Time with Sam, a new podcast
yeah.
all about sleep.
And I'm the host of Radio 1. Well, who's done better out of that? Which is part of the reason why you're so bitter. Sorry, I could keep this going for a while. But basically, no, just come to the website, it'll be there, and that's about it. There was something else as well. Oh, yeah. We're going to try and record a video today. Just a quick one. We're not going to become YouTubers, all right? We're podcasters, yeah? Podcasters and sort of just gifted musicians as well. But we're not going to make... Well, we might make a habit of it, but it's in very much about Reddit. And it's to support the podcast. And we just thought you guys might want to see what we're about. Yeah,
again, feedback. That's how we know that we're doing the right thing.
Yeah. So that's about... I think that's it for updates.
Okay.
Is that... Sorry, that went on for ages. I just can't help myself when I start talking. Yeah. It's like verbal diarrhea. Yeah.
Just like for the future, if I hold up my hand that
I kept
with
doing
a fist.
That, and I thought you were doing the whole, the Black Power thing, and I thought that was sort of a bit offensive, actually.
No, it just means stop.
Okay, sure. Should we just get on with it?
Yeah, go for it.
This episode, it's all, as I said, about relationship advice. The first one is fucking mental. It's fucking mental. I was looking
I'm
today.
Excited.
Yeah, I know, and I feel like I know you love the mental ones, so I'm just seeking out the mental ones. This one. Genuinely, I had my mouth like hanging open when I was reading this. Okay. So just before we get into it, it's had 44,000 upvotes, 5 golds and 2 silvers.
Wow.
I know. And it's obviously a throwaway account.
Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. Already kind of tasty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because relationship advice...
It's juicy, babe.
To set the... Because... I'll be honest here. Will messaged me beforehand, and we were talking about what subreddits we might chat about. And I actually I just searched like most popular subreddits.
Did you actually?
Yeah, because a lot of the times when people have their own Reddit, if you like, it's customized with what you want to see. And I just searched most popular Reddit subreddits and looked beyond, the recognizable ones, and I saw that relationship advice was like 6th.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's weird. I've never really looked at this one.
I think it's one that well, it will be if it's the 6th, but I think it's one that you start with, which is the only reason
I've never, on my accounts, I've never seen it as one that I've started with.
Maybe not. Well, I always thought it was because I can't remember. It doesn't it's not the type of thing I would join.
Yeah, but then
maybe I smashed it when I first joined Reddit years ago.
Yeah, but even by the fact that you're saying it's mental, it's got 40,000 upvotes. Yeah. I feel like the reason it's popular is probably just because people want to make fun of people's relationship advice rather than help them.
Prepare to be shocked by this one, mate.
Okay.
I think that, to be fair, it's sort of relationship advice is a bit like that. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it's 50-50, but there's jokey ones, there's serious ones. This is pretty serious.
Okay.
And I've written in my notes, because I do write notes. This one has to be talked about because it's mental, but gloss over it because it's almost too mental.
Okay.
So
I'm excited.
So my 22 female fiance, 25-year-old male, wants his father to check my hymen tomorrow night before I get married. Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't believe it.
Okay.
I can't believe it. Right, here we go. My fiance proposed to me about 8 months ago. We decided on having a relatively small wedding, which is in 2 days. Everything was going great. He seems absolutely perfect, and we are very much in love. So, don't let him down then. You know what I mean?
I mean, that sounds beautiful so far.
I am a virgin.
Right.
Do you want to carry on with the post now?
There's a few things here. I'm just like, okay, she's 22. She's pretty young.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the first questions I had was, "What's a hymen?"
Really?
Well, I know what it is. I'm just kind of like, do you want to try and describe what it is?
I wish I'd looked that up. No, it's like, isn't it the? Do we have to talk about this?
I just like, because that was my first thought. I was like, what is that again?
Isn't it
yeah.
Thing like a thin sort of bit of skin, essentially, like a layer. in a woman's vagina.
Right.
And that's what can, during sex, I'm pretty sure not all women have one anyway. They have one, but it's not always prominent. But anyway.
Sometimes it just washes away.
It just,
when they're in the sea or something like that.
Yeah, and if anything, it's a bi-man.
Yeah.
So
that was fucking bad.
That was terrible, wasn't it? But I think that's the thing, that sometimes if a woman does have issues losing her virginity, I think that's where the blood comes from. Ugh. Not that that's disgusting. It's all beautiful, but
it's all beautiful.
Yeah.
every
Just sort of,
single
probably
inch
not
of it.
sort of upbeat, funny. Yeah, funny podcast. Right, I'll go on.
Go on.
I am a virgin, and so is he. He wanted to save it for marriage, and I wasn't fussed, so I agreed to saving it. Yeah, I wasn't fussed. Yeah, fuck it. Huh? Sex?
Okay.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about it, mate.
I mean, I get a lot of offers, but that was similar to me, actually. I just wasn't fussed. That's why I waited until I was 32. Just wasn't fussed.
You can imagine someone in like your office or something just like, I couldn't, mate. Didn't fancy it. Messy, isn't it? Yuck. But my wife eventually talked me into it, and so 32.
That's pretty good, actually.
It turns out it's fucking lush. Right, I am a virgin, and so is he. He wanted to save it for marriage, and I wasn't first, so I agreed to saving it. He has told me earlier that in his family, the father checks the virginity of the bride the night before the wedding. I laughed this off, as it seriously sounds like a massive joke. No, turns out he was dead serious.
Right.
He wants me the night before to open up my legs in a small ceremony of sorts type thing, so his dad can check me while him, his brothers and uncle can watch.
What?
So they know I am still pure.
So I'm just going to interject here. You don't know your fiance. If you think that he can't have been serious when he said that, you don't know your fiance if it turns out he was serious. Like that, if I said that to my girlfriend, she'd be like, wait, what? Wait, Sam, who I've been going out with for how long?
Yeah.
Probably a year. Like they've been engaged for 8 months.
I think he said 8 months. Yeah,
they've been engaged for 8 months.
Yeah,
so
true.
let's say a year, right?
Yeah.
Wait, Sam, who I've known for a year. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. She's obviously from a place or grown up in.
She's obviously 22 for starters.
Yeah, but come on, even when I was 22, if my fucking fiance was like, "Oh yeah, my mum needs to see your arsehole before we get married,"
yeah, I guess that's true.
I don't know. It's mental. Like it's just unacceptable. That's very much what the comments are saying.
Right.
Is like what you're saying is like, sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, I told him fat chance I'm going to do that. And he's
that's the good saying.
Oh, fat chance.
Fat chance.
Yeah. And he was begging to me to go through with it and how important it is for him, which is so weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
He said he knew it was slightly embarrassing for me. Listen, I know this is slightly embarrassing, okay?
Get your legs open and let my uncle have a look.
He just wants a look, for God's sake. His wife's left him. It's weird as well that he said earlier, like, so he told me in his family, in the family, the father, the brothers, and the uncles, they all check. It's just like in his family. It's the thing they do. It's like, what? Family tradition that they've been doing for how long? When did it? More questions, please. It's just so annoying. Like, she's just gone.
Granddad has a lot to answer for.
Yeah, exactly. And also, it means that his mum had her V checked.
By granddaddy.
Yeah, by the fake granddaddy himself.
Wow.
It's nuts.
He just sits on a throne of hymens.
Oh, God. If you knew what they were, mate, you might not be saying that.
Oh, good point.
He said he knew it was slightly embarrassing for me, but his mum did, and it will prove how much I love him and that I have nothing to hide anyway, as I'm still a virgin. I left and he was crying. It was very dramatic, to be honest. Sorry, does anyone else think that she's not a bloody virgin? That's the only logical reason I can think why you wouldn't want to whip your vag out in front of...
What have you got to hide?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, come on, love. I want to call off the whole wedding because of this and never talk to him again. But at the same time, it's only one thing. And other than that, we are genuinely perfect for each other. And I don't want to spend my life with anyone else. And it is very important to him and his family. What the frick-frack do I do? I am currently at my friend's house and I might stay here for the night. Tomorrow would be our last day as an unmarried couple and I am straight up panicking. Sam, shoot.
Yeah, I mean, well, I just want to say, we're only getting one side of the story here.
I thought you were going to be like, I just want to say, I was really drunk when I said that. And if she really doesn't want to have to, maybe she can just film it and then my uncles can watch.
Uncle can watch or Skype. No, I just want to say, I think you can tell a lot about a person by the sort of little sayings and little things that they say, you know, like
Yeah.
frick, I don't give a frick frack.
Frick frack.
Fat chance. Like,
Are you going to say she's a bit young?
yeah. Well, what you were saying earlier, 22. It's not that young, but
No.
she's definitely very immature.
But yeah, no, I'm on the same wavelength with you there, because she just seems like, I don't know where she's from, but it's kind of, it strikes me as, maybe we're being really condescending here, but it's like kind of like small town, like maybe she just doesn't know anything else.
Maybe.
And like, fair enough, she obviously thinks the Hyman thing's weird, but like, you know, the way that he's speaking to her and stuff, and she's being kind of brought into it a little bit, because she's considering doing it. And she's saying, I don't want to do it. But if she had 1,000 comments on Reddit saying you should do this, she probably maybe would do it.
Yeah,
Whereas no matter how many people tell me that, I'm just going to be like, fuck off, no way, like that's not happening. So
yeah, because it sounds like she's not, like, even though she's posted this on Reddit, it's like saying, oh, what the frick frack do I do? It's like, oh, you know, if somebody had asked me to do something really disturbing and potentially, you know, mentally harmful, I wouldn't be like, oh, what the frick frack do I do? You know,
that's not the language.
Guys,
you
what
use.
the fuck do I do?
Yeah,
here?
or
Like,
just nothing. But
or just wouldn't post it on Reddit.
Yeah.
Or just like phone the police or something.
And she's stressing out at the end as well. She's like, and I'm straight up panicking. There's a good comment here. I think they summarized it better than we have.
Go on,
but they put in quotation marks, it's only one thing. And then they're like, no, it's a list of things. You will be exposed to every male in his family. His dad is going to touch your vagina. Everyone in that room is going to know what you look like naked. Please call it off and run as fast as you can from this fucked up family. Sorry, from this frack-t family. Do they have a chair for this? That's such a good point. If you could just get up in the saddles. Is the dad going to wear gloves or dig around there with his bare hands? I just love the way they phrase this. It's so like unnecessarily like graphic.
Yeah.
OP, you are 22. That is young. Do you want to stay with a guy that guilt trips you into this situation? It's so true.
Yeah, no,
you can't stay with that person.
Sorry, but your whole relationship has been a lie up until this point. You just have to
feel
accept
bad.
that. That's the other thing that makes me think she's immature, because it's like, you know, maybe she's seen the warning signals, but she's just kind of been like, oh, I kind of like being in a relationship with an older guy. Like, I don't know, I'm just gonna ignore it.
What's the word for it when like you kind of trick people into doing something? Manipulative, yeah. I think quite a lot of men in relationships actually are quite manipulative.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
In general, but just from what I've seen, like there seems to be a culture, certainly in the mates that I've got, where like some of them do treat women like horribly.
Yeah.
And it's like, as I've gotten older, like you realize actually like maybe that's not like just a joke. It is like someone's feelings. And we're like, you know, we're coming up for 30 now in a few years, and it's like actually it's probably time to stop fucking around with people's emotions. And like they'll just take the piss and like just text back stupid stuff, and like I can see the way that they're acting, and like they've just got a hold over sometimes some guys or girls do have a hold over the other person, and they abuse it. But anyway, this is why I wrote gloss over it because it's too savage, but it's mad.
The one last thing I want to talk about on this one is
I've got an update for you, by the way.
Oh, okay, that could be interesting, but let me just say this first of all. Is nobody's mentioned religion, have they, with this? Because they're both virgins. They're both virgins, right?
Yeah.
You know, this feels like some sort of like a religious ceremony or something.
She did use the word ceremony.
Yeah.
Or
maybe they're like a cult, or maybe they're like Amish or something like some sort of traditional community. Well, I don't know what the fuck they would do.
Filthy bastards. So the update's actually got more upvotes. It's got 76,000. It's got 3 platinum, 11 gold, and 8 silver. It's genuinely one of the like most decorated posts I've ever seen. Yeah. So first of all, thank you so much for the replies. Blah 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 blah. Oh, special shout out goes to the person who says this was fake solely on the fact that I write like a man, whatever that means. That's her boyfriend. You write like a fucking man. Get your cock out. Also, thanks for all the gold silver, whatever, mate. If you want to spend money, give it to charity or something, or shut up.
Oh, shut up.
Give
just take it.
Yeah, actually, sorry. Hi, I might just DM her. Can you just amend that to just sort of give a link to our podcast instead?
And actually, while you're at it, why don't you go see your fiance's family?
Yeah. When you
just get over it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I went and talked to him this morning. I told him that his father was not going to look at me, and he needs to respect that. He was adamant that it needs to happen and accused me about lying about my virginity.
Right.
I was trying to be calm and rational.
Why can't he just have a look? Is he not qualified? His dad's got like some sort of... his dad could be a doctor, or maybe he's just done it so many times.
his dad.
She could
But
literally
there's
just
no
open her
actual
legs.
I'm sure there's a ceremony, but is it not just like genuinely like weird, like a genuinely scary family? Like they might be mental. Like, can you think
They
of
are
any
mental,
normal
yeah.
people that you know that would act normally in the rest of every other aspect of their life, but then, oh yeah, when you get married, I'll have to. Like they're
quite
clearly
scary. That,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. Like it's like something out of Resident Evil or something, like a weird, scary family.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about one of the most recent ones. It's good.
Oh, never played
Biohazard,
it.
I think it was called. Anyway.
Oh.
Get it in VR. Only on the PlayStation. Anyway, I was trying to be calm and rational, but he was not having it and just became more and more angry. I told him if he really loved me, he would stand by me on this and tell his father no, to which he slapped me
Wow.
and said he didn't need to prove anything. So
I don't need to prove anything, bitch.
Bitch, listen here.
Open those legs.
Come here, dragging her around by the hair. I'm sorry. So I ended
That is fucking horrible.
yeah, it's horrendous. So I ended it and left him. I'm currently back at my friend's house being miserable and eating pizza, which is pretty fun. So yeah, thanks everyone.
Well, you dodged a bullet there, and I'm glad that you asked Reddit instead of going through with it. So maybe we'll try and interview this girl one day. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Get her on the air, you know.
Hey there.
I thought you were going to say something else. Hey, man.
Hey, man. Okay, so we're gonna move on. I think that's fair enough because that one made me sad.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel a bit dirty after that.
I know. Do you feel guilty?
A little bit guilty about
being
making
a man.
fun of it. And,
yeah, I know, same. And it's not like, I feel like something that people should know. And let's face it, people have been fucking loving the podcast.
Yeah, what is it?
500 listens and
it was 5
sort of
million.
around 50 subscribers, which is quite cool, quite huge.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was going to say.
You're going to talk about how we're not fucked up people.
Oh, I think what it is that I think we're similar in that, like, when I hear something just so awful or shocking, my natural reaction is I can't process it, so I take the piss or have a laugh. But that one is awful, and I'm glad that she got slapped. No, I'm glad that she managed to get away and look after herself, because that just sounds like she got out sooner rather than later, which is good, because God knows what she'd have found out in like 10 years time.
Jesus.
So this one's funny. I feel sorry for this person, and I haven't actually read the update, but I've read the initial one because I didn't want to spoil it for myself. But this one made me laugh because it's like kind of about Marvel. It's kind of not. It's kind of not, but it kind of is. And like I just knew that.
Is this relationship advice again?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
It's really not. Like, the focus isn't about that, but you'll see what I mean. And it is a shame. My sister, again 22. It's the same people. Ripped up and she's 19, this girl. She doesn't say she's a virgin.
Ripped up my hymen.
Do you know what I said? Stanley is the next word. Stanley ripped up my... Anyway. Oh, man. For God's sake. My sister ripped up my Stanley autograph. And... Holy shit! And I haven't forgiven her.
Actually, that's a bit of shit, isn't it?
Yeah, 'cause it's dead.
How much is that worth?
Well, God knows. But, mate, listen, because it is a shame.
Okay.
I haven't forgiven her, even if my mum, 46, is pressuring me to, for the family's sake.
Right.
So I made a post yesterday. Oh, shut up. I don't care. Okay, so I am a huge Marvel nerd. The kind of nerd that cosplays, goes to cons and draws her own stuff. Mostly fan service. Yeah. My sister ridicules my hobby, saying that it's pathetic. And I don't like using this word, but retarded.
Oh, God.
She didn't say that. I said that about not using it. Just sort of a good bloke.
Yeah.
No, but it's a horrible word, that.
Yeah.
Just like, grow up. How old is she? 22. Fucking grow up. Stop calling people retards.
Yeah, and stop fucking obsessing about Marvel.
Well, that's
Get
the
a
other
real
one.
hobby.
That's the other one, but yeah. Besides that, we have... Okay, sorry. Oh, my God. This episode's all over the place. It's probably because we're having a beer again.
Yeah.
But you notice the sort of the last episode was probably the most sort of linear and made the
coffee.
most sense. Yeah, just a nice coffee. This one, actually, before the episode, I nearly messaged Sam saying, do you want to go, do you want to sort of skip maybe 20 minutes of the episode and go for a pint first?
Yeah.
Or do you want to bring some cans in? And I decided against it because I thought Sam might judge me. And then genuinely, like 20 minutes later, Sam messaged me being like, do you want me to bring any cans?
Yeah.
And I was just like, yes. Absolute legend. Right, sorry. Okay. My sister ridicules my hobbies, saying that it's pathetic and retarded. She claims I am delusional as a grown woman playing dress up. It's harsh.
Yeah, that is harsh, actually.
Beside that, we have a good relationship. We are not friends, but sisters, if that makes sense. I think that probably makes sense. And also, again, it's kind of like the last one. I don't know if you do have a good relationship. If she's calling you, like, if that's something you love.
That doesn't sound like a good relationship.
And she's calling you delusional and all this, like.
As long as you're not hurting anyone.
Why are people so angry at other people? Just let them get on with it.
Yeah.
So 3 years ago, I managed to save up enough to go to a con in the USA and meet the real Stan Lee. He signed one of my own pictures I did of the big three, which is...
Oh, would that be Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor or something?
Yeah.
No, actually, the big three in Marvel.
Yeah.
I don't know. That would be Spider-Man, I guess,
Well,
would be one of them.
Would it, mate?
In
Marvel?
Yeah.
Well, Warner Bros, isn't it?
No, Spider-Man's Marvel, I think.
Well, fuck's sake, you've not been on Reddit recently, have you?
No. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Who is it, though? Is it Warner Brothers?
It's Sony. I mean, they owned them originally.
They've got it. They essentially rented him out, didn't they, to Marvel?
Yeah,
and they now said they want him back, which is annoying because the two standalone films were actually, like, the first one was quite good, I thought, with
Tom Holland.
Yeah, and the second one, I haven't seen the second one.
And the Sony ones are fucking terrible. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is one of the worst films I've ever seen at the cinema.
You can't say Marvel in the post apparently and not have a scarf.
I know.
Okay. What on earth was I talking about? I've lost my place now. I got excited
Something about Stan Lee.
Yeah. So do you remember I said that she went and took one of her own drawings of the big three?
Yeah.
And she got it signed, which is actually like a really, especially if she's such a big fan.
Yeah.
And Stan Lee's, this kind of cult hero.
Yeah.
And he signed her own picture
of characters that he created. Yeah.
And he complimented it as well.
Oh, that's amazing.
And she said it was one of the best days of my life. Since then. So that's 3 years ago. The signed picture has been on my wall. And actually, like, I just think that's so sweet. I can imagine that really means a lot to her.
And also 3 years ago, so she was 19. So
16.
Oh, so is she 19 now?
She's 19. Right, her sister's 22.
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
okay, so she's not even that old.
No.
Right? All right, okay. So she was 16. She was a kid.
Yeah, and you've destroyed that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I gave that away. Yeah, I did. In the title, so it's fine.
It's fine.
So flash forward, a few weeks ago, my sister asks for my jacket, and I tell her no. Reason being that she was a bitch to me the whole week. She pouted, and I left the house. To be fair, let her borrow the fucking jacket.
Let
her
have it. What is it? Like a Captain America jacket? Or something? Just let her have it.
When I come back, I see my fucking Stan Lee autograph ripped up on the floor. I fucking lost it.
Yeah.
Then my sister came in and started teasing me. Look at that grown-ass woman crying over a piece of paper. When she saw that, sorry, this is tough. I don't know if she's an natural English speaker. Neither am I, apparently. Shit. Then my sister came in and started teasing me. Look at that grown-ass woman crying over a piece of paper. When she saw that I was for real distressed, she started saying that it was just a piece of paper and then that I can get a new one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why doesn't the sister withdraw $1,000 out of her bank account and just rip it all up?
Yeah.
And then tell her it's just bits of paper.
Fucking paper, love.
You know?
What do you call that thing they
context
have in America? The Constitution. It's a bit of fucking paper, innit? You fucking moron.
Yeah. Jesus.
My mum says the same.
I'm fucking fuming for this girl, honestly.
It's so outrageous, that. My mum says the same. Oh, shit, I've missed a paragraph. I pushed her out of my room, and I have been extremely short of her since. She tries to engage in conversation, but I shoot her down. She tries to bribe me with movie tickets, and I tell her to go with her boyfriend, etc. She hasn't apologized for it. She just says that I should be over it by now. She's nutter. She also said that I can just get a new one. It's like, of course he's dead.
You literally.
It was her own drawing. Like, oh man, she would probably kept that forever.
Even if it was just her drawing that she'd ripped out.
Yeah, still out of order. Yeah, but you've essentially timestamped it with. It's really annoying. My mum says the same thing about the fact she should be over it by now. She says materialistic things shouldn't come in between family and that I should simply let it go. My dad is also really mad at sister and by extension my mum. He he is as big on Marvel as me. It's got nothing to do with it, but okay. And he was livid when he found out. He's like, it's not Stan Lee. If it was anyone else.
He went and got his Iron Man suit
and
grabbed my sister by the throat.
This whole ordeal is literally splitting our family apart.
Fucking hell.
My mother and sister think that I'm being unfair by not letting go, and I think they both disrespected me. Mum is mad at Dad for not talking sense into me and taking her side, and Dad is mad at Mum for failing to punish my sister and for spoiling her. Which sounds like she sounds spoiled, basically.
Yeah.
I feel awfully guilty. I don't know why.
Don't know why.
But also raging mad. Can someone help me with this?
I know how to help you with this immediately, okay? So go up to your mum and say, Mum, do you know that Stan Lee died about a year ago? Do you have any idea how much that would have been worth? And then just look at some stuff on eBay.
Yeah.
And she will start to...
But then it's her drawing.
Oh, no.
Still.
I think
You
still.
still think it's that?
Still, yeah.
Autograph.
Still, just the autograph. I think someone would pay, thousands for it, probably.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Is it shit? You haven't seen the drawing, mate.
Yeah,
My sister had a point. It was shit. It's just 3 stick men.
It could be really shit, yeah. That's the one thing we haven't considered.
And it was on like a piece of A5. It was
Yeah.
tiny.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what would you do in that situation?
That's what I would do. I would forget about... Because
you would just
the
say,
mum's argument is, it's just a material
yeah, but when
thing,
she turns around and goes like, but that's just material as well. Like, it's just money. Chill out. This is family.
All right, well,
blood runs thicker than water.
All right, well, I'm not getting you any Christmas presents then, because that's what I was going to sell that for Christmas presents.
It feels like we're escalating.
Yeah.
It feels like it's
I
getting
would
worse.
double down on that sort of monetary value rather than sentimental value. But,
it also helps kind of justify it, because it's like saying, I mean, I don't know how much it will be worth, fuck knows, but like it's just the point of saying like, look, it's not just me, like millions of people like this. I feel really sorry for her, to be honest.
Yeah, what a bitch. And it's the older sister as well.
Weird. And her mum's like on her sister's side. It's all a bit weird.
The older sister sounds like a fucking bitch.
Yeah, to be honest. I think if it was me, I think you've got to accept that picture's never coming back. It's a really like horrible thing that your sister's done, but like, are you gonna hold this against her forever? Yeah. And it sucks, and she's a dick. But sometimes I think as you get a little bit older, you start realizing that like not everything is worth making a point about. And I think that you should definitely make a point about ripping her up. It's unacceptable. Be a dick to her, but yeah, in the long run, like, you will forget about it, and you'll probably joke about it in like 20 years' time if you can actually be mates. Also, try and improve the relationship, because it sounds like you guys don't really like each other.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, as a Marvel fan, if you can get over Ant-Man and the Wasp, then you can get over this, Just stay strong.
I literally gave up.
Stay strong. Did you actually?
Yeah, halfway through that film.
Yeah.
Terrible. You loved it.
Oh, yeah. I've actually got it in my bag.
Just
I wanted to stick it on after the podcast.
Sorry, I'm really, really burpy because of these. Can't drink them at all.
I just haven't had a beer in so long.
Have you not?
No, it's so good.
When did you last have a beer?
Fucking ages ago. Probably when we met up.
Really?
Yeah, I've just been off beer. Like I've had G&T's, but
I've had a couple.
I've had booze. I'm not mental.
You're not crazy.
I've not had beer.
I'm not happy. I've been drinking. No, it's a shame, but like the comments, basically just what we're saying. Like, the sister sounds like a dick. There's no point going through them. And we'll talk about. I've only got one more in relation advice.
Okay, go for it.
Don't know how long we've been going on for. Long enough. Give the people what they want.
About 45 minutes
left.
No, we've been going for about 45 minutes.
Oh, fucking hell! This last one.
Sorry, I'm just going to open up a can. It's going to be quite noisy, I think, but carry on.
I'll just wait for it, if anything. Ooh, using a bit of metal to open it.
Because my fingers are too fat.
Yeah, we talked about you being fat before, haven't we? You fat bastard.
There we go.
Lush. So, this one is a little bit more lighthearted.
Okay.
Maybe you should have, kicked things off with this one, but no, I want to leave.
You wanted to talk about hymens.
Yeah. I actually wrote that post. I want people to leave this podcast on a light note. I don't want them leaving with a sour taste in their mouth, okay? I, 19-year-old male, accidentally came while my friend was sitting in my lap. Just a simple, what do I do now?
Finally. Is that it? What do I do now?
Yeah, but he's put a load of posts. He's put a post underneath. It's so good, isn't it?
Like his friend's still sitting in his lap
fuck,
while he's typing the post.
I was in a pair of linen shorts. That would be so bad. Okay. My friend and I have been friends for a while, but have been good friends, like talking every day and hanging out for a while, a little over a year now. I've always had a crush on her, but I didn't want it to ruin our friendship. Oh boy. About a week ago, I told her my true feelings for her, and she reacted well. Fair play, player. You do you. Players gotta play. She said it was the sweetest thing anyone had ever told her, and she said she teared up. Oh, love. Yesterday was
sure that wasn't teared up. Or,
Oh, stop.
I'm sorry. I've just learned what a hymen is. I've got to, that's all I can think about.
Yeah, she was married up until a week ago, but turns out she's free. Thing is, my family have got this crazy tradition. No, not another one. Yesterday was the first time we've hung out since then. After getting some lunch, we went back to her place, and we're just sitting there on the couch when she asked me if she can ask me a question. Then proceeds. Also, by the way, imagine like you're like 19, you just like started going out with a girl, and she says she likes you too, and she's like, Sam, can I ask you a question? You'd be like, oh fuck. What's she gonna ask me?
Yeah. What does it mean if you're sick in the morning? Oh my god.
Holy shit. I don't think they'd even kissed at this point though, so he's probably so nervous.
Yeah, but when you're 19, you don't know how it works.
Wait, what?
He just use my tongue.
He ends up looking after this kid for like 19 years. Then proceeds to ask me if I really meant what I said. I said, of course I did, and I repeated that she's the most beautiful girl I've seen in my life. You dirty dog. You liar.
This is a lie.
Yeah.
Well, have you never watched TV?
Sorry, is she a 10 out of 10, or have you not been on the internet before?
And even if she's a 10 out of 10, she's, one of many beautiful girls.
Yeah. They're plastered all over the bloody web, mate. Before I knew it, we were kissing. I'm not the most experienced with girls, and this was my first kiss. Sorry, not the most experienced with girls. That was your first kiss. Yeah, you've got none, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to be harsh, because I really am not judging at all. I just mean like...
Yeah, we're on his side here.
Yeah, big time. He sounds like a bit of a legend. He's so sincere. I bet in about 4 girlfriends' time, he's not going to be this sincere when he's like 30. Fucking bitch. I'm not the most experienced with girls, and this was my first kiss. She then climbed onto my lap and like straddled me while kissing me. Oh my god, it's getting good.
Yeah,
that's good sign, mate. But
that's a good sign.
It's nerve-wracking though.
Oh yeah, I'd be quaking in my boots.
Yeah, you'd be coming in your boots. He's coming in his jeans, you're quaking in your boots. This was apparently all too much for me as I came in my jeans. I need more info than that, and he's not giving it. I immediately got up and said I had to go, and basically ran out of the house. Which I love. I've got to go. I've just come myself. I've never been more embarrassed by anything in my life. She had to have known what happened, since there was a huge wet spot on my jeans. All right, huge. Just say wet spot. Yeah. It's fine. On my jeans, and possibly on her too. I really need to know what to do here. I don't know if I can ever face her again.
Tell her. Do you know what? My first instinct there was, girls like that.
Mate.
Girls want to get guys off in the same way that guys want to get girls off.
Yeah. And it's like this secret thing, girls never talk about it.
Yeah.
They maybe do with each other. Yeah. But then when
that's why I dress up as a woman at the weekends, to get all this sort of secret knowledge.
Yeah. And because you're, as we said before, because you're such a fat bastard, they just think you're just one of the bubbly girls. Like
I just squeeze my stomach up to my chest, and suddenly I've got boobs.
100%. I think that's fair. And as I was saying, there seems to be this sort of thing where like men don't talk about girls like nearly as much as television and films make you think they do. We don't. We talk about girls, but we don't really talk about details.
No, we don't talk if we have issues or if we like feelings or problems.
And I don't. Maybe like a one night stand. Some of the lads might talk about a girl, like what she was up to in the bedroom, but guys don't talk about their girlfriends.
A lot of it would be a lie as well.
Yeah.
Or exaggerated. Or
But if someone started talking about their girlfriend and positions they were doing, like when they were having sex, I'd be like, okay, that's a bit weird. Yeah. Whereas in like TV and stuff, I feel like it's portrayed as the opposite, where like men are like, "Whoa, you shagged her yet, mate? Let's." Whereas we say that, but then most people are just joking. I think it's just a bit. I hate to say it, but it's just a bit of banter. And whereas girls, they do talk to each other about that sort of stuff.
I worry about some of the stuff that
I
random girls. I worry about some of the stuff that random girls know about my sex life, just from what my girlfriend's probably told them. Like some of the weird, weird shit that they know about
you
me.
are a kinky bastard.
Yeah.
But no, I'm completely with you. I think it's kind of like a scary prospect. You meet their like best mate for the first time, and you're like, well, you probably know everything about me.
Yeah.
Whereas my mates just know that your name
They
is.
barely know
X.
your name, to be honest.
Yeah. If anything, to be honest, they're quite annoyed you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then girls, not only that, but on top of that, it's almost like there's this whole thing in society where it's like, oh, girls don't. No. They're like precious little flowers that need to be protected. Don't worry about them. Like, you know, and it's like, it's bullshit. They like having sex.
Yeah.
They like getting off. They like getting people off. We're all humans.
Yeah.
And we all fucking love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So yeah, if
this guy sounds like he's about.
If
to
a girl has managed to get you off by just jumping on your lap, then and you told her that, she'd probably be like, "I've still got it." Baby.
Yeah. And also, mate, listen, she's a keeper.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, no, I think that would work. I was actually watching a program the other day where the guy, Celebs Go Dating on E4, if anyone's wondering. It's a horrible reality show, but let's move on. He was kissing a girl for the first time, and then they were on sun loungers, and she was like, right, let's go. And he was like, oh, I just need to sit here for a couple of minutes, because he was insinuating that he had an erection. So,
yeah.
And much like when I leave at the end of these sessions.
I thought you just wanted a bit more sun.
Because the podcast is so electric, and our conversation just flows, I get an erection. No, but he was like, oh, like, I might need to sit down for a couple of minutes. She fucking loved it. She loved it.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, this guy's not going to hear this podcast, but might message him.
Might message him. Fuck it. Why not?
Might message user throwaway 20588747. But yeah, all of the comments are basically like, yeah, be honest. This guy says, I would be honest. You've had feelings for her for a long time and didn't anticipate those ever being reciprocated. It was just a lot to process, and that you're embarrassed and hope she can find the humor in it. I'd also apologize and make light of your fleeing out of there. It's honestly not that big of a deal. If this girl likes you and cares about you, she won't be weirded out. Or if she is weirded out, a quick light-hearted convo will cover it. It was a normal human response to some awesome excitement, so try to be gentle on yourself. Good luck with her. Oh, man, I'm excited for this guy. Yeah. I'm really excited for him.
And do you know what? If it happens again, then acknowledge it, wink at her, and go, I'm going to stick another cartridge in the chamber. And then...
But yeah, instead of pumping as if it's a shotgun, do that on your cock.
Yeah. And then she'll love it.
Or just... Did you come too? So he's put up an update. The update's actually longer than the original post, but I'm so in on this guy though. I want to know.
Okay, go
it's
on
so sweet. Like, I find it so nice. I just love people just sort of liking each other. Okay, especially if they're both 19.
Well, let's hold off until we've heard what he's got to say before we start rating this guy.
I didn't plan on doing an update or making another post, but a bunch of people requested it, so here it is. A bit like the podcast. Oh, make another one. We get it.
Might as well.
As I've already said, we've had absolutely no feedback. I'd also like to thank everyone who took the time to reply to the original post. So right after posting the original today, I took some of the comments' advice, and I was going to tell her what happened. I was mulling around trying to think of what to say when I got another text from her saying, if you're done being weird, do you want to take dog's name? I guess like her dog for a walk, or the dog, or I don't fucking know. We can work out what the heck happened. She's cool, man. Like, that's such a mature thing to reply. Yeah. In brackets, we always walk her dog together, so that's what the offer was. I said yes and went over to her place. Obviously, the first question she asked once we started our walk was what happened and if I was all right, and she also apologized. I'm rating both of them at this point.
Yeah, they're nice people.
Yeah.
Good people.
Yeah. I said she didn't do anything wrong and just came clean.
Oh.
Yeah. Just came clean after, he cleaned himself up.
Yeah.
And told her the truth. I didn't even want to look her in the eye, so I was just looking forward until I heard her burst out laughing. She thought it was hilarious. She made jokes about how she didn't know she was that good, and that she was going to get her romper, what she was wearing when it happened. Oh, dry cleaned. Okay, so like a jumpsuit or fucking jacket or whatever.
So it did go on her.
Piece of clothing. I think she was just having a bit of a laugh, mate. Just like, I have to get my jumper dry clean now.
I thought he'd properly jizzed right through the jeans.
Such a thick stream. I was relieved we could laugh about it together, and that she wasn't creeped out or anything. She knew I was inexperienced with girls, and she's the first girl I've ever been this good of friends with. But she asked if that was really my first kiss ever. She said that because I always played sports and everyone liked me. All right, mate.
All right, here we go.
Here we fucking
now we're getting
go.
under it.
But I told her that I've always been so insecure that I've never even tried to talk to girls like that before. She then asked if she could tell me something really personal. To which I, of course, said sure, and then went and posted it on fucking Reddit, you moron.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me that she's a virgin too. I knew she wasn't a hoe or anything like that. Oh, come on, mate, class it up. But I always thought
this guy's gone down in my
yeah. But I always thought that the guy she dated for a couple of months last year that they would have done it, but I guess not.
No, she didn't have to. She just jumped on.
Yeah, she is that
usually
good.
Finished them.
It's actually quite debilitating. We had a really nice conversation, and I don't know what came over me. All right, mate, I wouldn't be using that word. But I asked if she wanted to go on like a real date sometime. Like, I come and again, man. Like, I come.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, no. Like, yeah, like I come and bring flowers.
And we must know what he's doing.
He doesn't. And we go to a nice restaurant and everything, and she just smiled and said she'd like that. Then once we got back to her house, she invited me in to say hello to her mum, since I haven't seen her parents in a while because they were on a trip, don't care. I went in and said hello and everything, and she insisted I stay for dinner. So after a good time having a home-cooked meal, I sat there and listened to her parents talk about their vacation. This is such fact.
This is fucking...
Yeah, spraff, isn't it?
Spraff,
I then said my goodbyes to her parents and brother since she was going out with friends for the night soon. God, this is like a text from my fucking mum. She walked me out to her porch where
Hopefully this ends with, and then I jizzed myself.
and then I jizzed in my pants. I nearly dropped my phone there. But I saved it because I've got a reaction of an absolute cat.
Spider-Man.
She walked me out to her porch where she then asked me what I wanted to do for the real date. I suggested Sunday, and she said sure, and to get her at 6ish. God almighty, the detail, man.
Yeah.
It's like, again, like, so, yeah, anyway, okay, sorry. Then she gave me a nice warm hug and a kiss on the cheek and just smiled. I said I'd better get going since her friends would be there soon, and she once again told me to expect her dry cleaning bill and laughed. So yeah, I guess I got a date on Sunday. Really hope I don't fuck it up. Also, I'm not the smartest person or best writer, so I apologise if this was tough to read. It was. Apology not accepted. Yeah. I tried my best. Thank you. Apparently, people are ripping me for saying ho. That's literally what I said. I will not apologise for that.
Oh, yes.
Hold on. I don't want a woman...
That is what they are, and I'm sticking with it.
This is mental, actually. This is so good. I don't want a woman...
Has he turned?
He's turned a little bit. Turns out he might actually belong to that first family. I don't want a woman who's been passed around many times.
Oh, fucking hell. What?
I don't care if she's a virgin or not, but I don't want a sleazy woman. 30,000 upvotes.
Fuck.
That's fine. And then someone's just commented, I'm getting too fucking old for this site.
Yeah. It's so true. It's like... There's this new generation of Redditors coming on who are just fucking insufferable. They're just self-obsessed and they jizz their pants. And
dirty bastards.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
There's a few comments basically just saying that it's funny that that Reddit got like baited by that hoe comment, and like you can't fucking say anything. To be fair, like it was a funny thing to say, like a bit weird, but it's not that. You know what he means. He's 19. Yeah. It's a bit of banter again. That's it, mate. I mean, there's not much advice to give. Just live your best life. Keep doing you.
Is that your relationship advice?
To him?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's smashing it.
Yeah.
He's absolutely smashing it. He knows that he doesn't want to get down.
What I would say is
hoes.
maybe, yes, hoe is a fine word, but maybe don't, just don't use that word.
Because you're a hoe, isn't it?
Well, no, just because,
Your girlfriend's a hoe.
Yeah, my girlfriend.
Yeah. No, for sure. Like, just, take that out of your vocabulary. That's words that you learn from books. That's it. It was just those three posts.
Okay.
I say that's it. I mean, we've been talking for like an hour.
So do you think they were all real?
Oh, not this again.
Because let's face it.
Let's face it. Yeah. I do, yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe that first one could have been bullshit. I think
the Hyman one.
Yeah, just because it felt like it didn't feel like serious enough. Like, I mean, you're literally talking about a 22-year-old girl like getting her legs spread open and like 6 guys like having a look,
she
having a
freaked
poke
out
around.
And pieced out, right? I do know what you mean.
Yeah, but then she posted it on then she posted it on Reddit, and then she said, "Oh, it's all right now. We're just having pizza with my friends." It's like, what?
Yeah, hold on. What? I think she probably is going around to her mates and, oh, really? You think it's that serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose it is.
What about the next girl? What about the girls that have had that done to them previously?
I think it will be I think you might be right with the religious aspect.
Yeah, maybe.
I think they could be a very sort of, religious family. I don't know what religion it could be,
I mean,
but you just never know. It's something like that anyway. It's an excuse, yeah. But thanks for bringing it back to that after we got, off that topic.
Yeah. I'm just obsessed with it.
Yeah, I know you are.
You should have started with that one. That's all I've been thinking about. That's all I'm going to think about tonight.
Yeah, so I think that's it, basically, for the episode.
So how do you rate that subreddit then? Do you think you'll be frequenting that subreddit?
I have it on my list. I'm subscribed.
So you do frequent it?
Yeah, I don't know if I frequent it. I mean, I'm not like typing in relationship advice and looking for it. But yeah, if there's a highly upvoted one, I'll have it then. Yeah. I like a bit of gossip.
I don't know if I will. I don't know if I will after that. I just kind of think like, if you compare it to sort of the other subreddits that we've spoken about, something like Today I Fucked Up, it's like, you're going to get some real gems in there because it's stuff, the shit's already happened. And it's like people are looking at it in hindsight and going, do you know what, I can talk about
hindsight, was that?
People are talking about it in hindsight and they're being more open about it and more, whereas with this, it's like they're halfway between, they're trying to genuinely sort out an issue. And it's a little bit like, I just can't be fucked with that. Like, I just want a story.
Yeah. And it's
I don't want to help you.
You don't want to be stressed out when you're reading Reddit.
Yeah, I don't want to help you.
You don't have to help them out. They've got like 1,000 comments. I think one of them genuinely had something like 30,000 comments. So I think you'll be fine. They're not sat there going, oh, fucking
but maybe
I hope Sam fucking replies.
Yeah, but maybe that's not what I mean. Maybe I mean, don't go to fucking Reddit for help. That's what I maybe mean.
Yeah.
Like,
but then
do you know what I mean?
say that, but what about like legal advice and stuff where like genuine
that's like niche.
But
here's the difference then. Like legal advice, that's like more niche and it's like, okay, you're going to get like real advice from like...
it's siloed.
And when you go on like R Science, it's like, hey, I'm a PhD, whatever, in biomedicine. Here's my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm guessing with relationship advice, I mean, for starters, there's no real, like, you might say, oh, I'm a pediatrician or something.
Therapist.
Like, or
psychiatrist.
Gynecologist. Don't have people poking at your hymen.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm like...
do. They might be up for it.
Yeah. I'm guessing that's not what the comments are about. It's more just, like, random people just like, no, maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't say.
Can you repeat the... Yeah, no, I know what you mean. There's going to be loads of people on there that are just throwing in their 2 cents and just being like...
Just trying to get some fucking upvotes, trying to get some gold,
And there'll probably be some people in there that are like, to be honest, I think you should get it checked. Like, as it, you know what I mean? Like, there'll be people on there that give you horrible advice.
Yeah.
So, you've got to take it with a pinch of salt. But in that first example, didn't they give her the right advice? I mean, she fucked off. She's not getting married to him anymore.
Yeah, but I would say they didn't give her the right advice. Don't marry him, but also, here are some organizations you can talk to.
Yeah,
fucking fun. Fucking,
That's probably they could have made it better. I'm not a therapist, but if that was me, X, and then here's some numbers if you want to talk to an expert. Yeah. See you later. I could smash it.
You could smash it, but
I should talk about.
Go on then.
Sorry. Yeah. No, I'm with you. It's not a place to get. You don't think you're getting professional advice. Don't take it as the word of God. Take it with a pinch of salt. Like
it's just supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a bit of fun.
Bit of fun is the fact that we said last week we were going to put up a post and then we never did.
Yeah.
Whoopsie. Right, so that's it. Yeah, sorry about that. Our 50 subscribers.
We will
might be annoyed about that.
So for next week, Will's gonna find some threads maybe. Well, next week, how about we both look at a thread? Because obviously I'm going to have a look at it to post a comment.
A thread?
Yeah, like a thread on Reddit about something. Because we're both going to post a comment.
Will we get any... If it's an odd thread, though, will we get anything? Because it's... The time passes, doesn't it?
Oh, so you want to do it like just before the episode drops?
I think we should do a subreddit.
Oh, okay.
And then just say, in that subreddit, however you want to do it, you have to get the most upvotes.
Oh, so you have to do a post?
No. I don't know.
Either or.
Yeah. Just any way of getting
you get bonus points if you do a post.
Okay.
Unless you're lying.
I'm scared of doing a post.
Because I think it would be really funny for both of us to post it today I fucked up. Yeah. Let's be honest, we both got fuck up. So
a genuine one.
Yeah, okay. A genuine one.
And the other thing as well is that it has to be from our Heardit accounts. Me and Sam have got, if you ever see, I mean, you'd probably recognise it anyway because we're so fucking famous. But if you saw, what is it, Sam Heardit?
Sam Heardit, yeah.
And then Will Heardit. That's where we're going to be posting everything. And so if you ever want to look back on any stupid shit we've done on Reddit or anything like that because of the podcast, then you can just look up our user, basically. But also, I'm kind of like a bit embarrassed about my old account. Like, it's so old now that like I wouldn't really like. Sometimes I think about commenting on something and I'm like, What if they look at my post history and look back years and realise that like I was actually a child like 10 years ago? Anyway,
5 years is a long time, or 4 years, whatever. Like,
yeah. How long did you do behind in the slammer? Because you know better than most. Oh boy, a month can be a long time. Let me tell
you.
Right, I need a piss.
Okay.
And we've blabbered on now for coming up for an hour.
Fuck.
Shall we call it?
Yeah, let's go.
Thank you so much for listening, and I can say that genuinely now. Like beforehand, we didn't know if anyone was listening, but thank you so much for listening. We're just loving it, basically. Like every time we look at the statistics and we can see that people are listening and subscribing, like it's just a really cool thing for us, and something that we don't do anything else like this. So just a sort of sincere thank you. And next episode will be up whenever it's fucking up.
Yeah.
Probably about a week's time.
We don't owe you anything.
Yeah, that's true. This is all free. But if you do want to donate, you can join our So, thank you very much. And I suppose we'll talk to you soon.
Peace out.
Peace out. Fuck, man, you're cool.
Ho.
See ya. See ya. See ya. See ya.